All right, let's start with this one. The man, the myth, the legend, Elvis Presley. Now, in my opinion, I would think that he would be a 1950 to 1960 pickup truck. All right, yes, classic. And it can't just be a pickup truck, it has to be like a maroon red or like a white or some other classy color. Because that man started any kind of music that is now today. And yeah, pickup truck, 1950, 1960, because that's when he made music. All right, next one. Okay, Kevin Hart. He's small, he's funny, but he also did play in Jumanji. So I think the car that would best suit him would be Gotham Garage's off-road smart car. They built this car for a vineyard in California, out of where they're at, LA. Um, and yeah, I think it'd be off-road because he played in Jumanji and there was barely any roads in there. And it's small and funny looking, just like him. Well, he's not funny looking, but he's funny. Okay, Nicolas Cage. This one, my mom came up with, except for the car. She came up with the actor. I came up with the car. But the car that I came up with is a Jeep Gladiator. So this Jeep, I do like the look of, but it's a Jeep. So it's not great. But it is an off-road truck that is cool looking, and Jeep is very historic, and so is National Treasure. So I went with a Jeep, and because he's a man that is always in movies that are always out in the wild and stuff, I went with Gladiator. So yeah. Okay, Adam Sandler, super funny guy, one of my superheroes. Um, my mom might not agree with this one, but I say Tesla Cybertruck because the guy is super reliable, and I have looked up so many things about the Cybertruck. It'll only stop working if you do what Whistling Diesel did and absolutely destroy the thing. But he did pack a pound of C4 to it and blew up the C4, and it only put a dent in it. So the guy is super reliable. I trust him. Um, and the thing is funny looking. I mean, me and my dad joke around and call it the cyber dumpster. And so is Adam Sandler. He's super funny. So yeah, Tesla Cybertruck. Sorry, mom. All right, Vin Diesel. So this guy, Fast and the Furious and Pacifier. Obviously, we know he loves family. And because he's in Fast and the Furious, he loves fast cars. So I chose the world's fastest stock minivan. All right, that Mercedes R63 AMG. Okay, family minivan, fast, world's fastest minivan. Boom, put them together. There you go. You're welcome. All right, Shaquille O'Neal and his own. He owns like three of these. The super truck. So trucks, since like 2001, a lot of companies have had a battle to make the biggest, most powerful super truck. And there are lots of them. And I think he owns three different brands and three different types. Now, of course, I went with a super truck, not just because he owns them, but also because he's a big guy. Have you ever seen pictures of him next to normal people? He is huge. Okay, the palm of his hand is like the size of my face. And also, he was a basketball player, so he's super powerful. So I went with his very own super trucks. There you go. You're welcome. Toby Keith, arguably one of the biggest country legends, a guy that made Red Solo Cup. He sadly passed away. Rest in peace. I put him as square body Chevy. 1980s. Most beautiful truck ever. I'd say one of the most beautiful cars. And what can I say about it? Obviously, has to be red because of his Red Solo Cup. And I have to make it a classic because he's a classic country artist. There you go. All right. Weird, kind of going off track. Bob Ross. Art. He has beautiful art. And like I said in one of my other videos, Porsche 911 to be exact. Because one of Porsche's most beautiful cars. The car that puts fashion and function together to make a beautiful car? Well, that car. Because the Porsche 911 is a piece of art, and Bob Ross makes art. And again, he was classic, but also the new ones are more pretty in my opinion. But I put a classic one in there because Bob Ross is a classic. There you go. This one is just kind of a funny add-on, but I picked Whistling Diesel because he's a huge car guy. He tests all these cars. He tests the Cybertruck. He tested a Ferrari. He tested the durability of a Mercedes. I made a pile of scrap for him because of what he does to cars. It hurts inside watching what he does to cars, but it's funny. There's some cars that he could have just kept clean and neat and beautiful, but instead he destroys them. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the guy. There you go. That was a list. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more actors, add them into the comments, and I'll make another video of them. Thank you. All right. Rudy Pankow. What a hottie. For those of you who have not finished Outer Banks, I'm not going to give any spoilers. This guy's JJ. I don't know why I didn't just say JJ, but I needed his actor name. I went the Ford Bronco Outer Banks. Obviously, it has to be the Outer Banks edition. I went with a light blue because, I don't know, when I think of this guy, I think of bright colors, sunny Outer Banks. There you go. Rudy Pankow. JJ. All right. For Jim Carrey, I went for the Hummer limousine because he's again, like all of the other funny people that I have on there, he's a goofy guy. So I went with a goofy looking car. And he's still acting. And it's been a long time. I don't know the exact amount of time. So I picked a long car. And just, I don't know. I felt like the Hummer limousine just went with his vibe. One of my favorite actors out there. So, I went with this guy. There you go. Jim Carrey, the guy who played the Grinch. The movie with the God. Why can't I think of the name of that movie? Just amazing actor. Okay. Michael J. Fox. I don't even have to say. You guys saw the last bit, but I don't even have to say what car he's after. Because there's only two that he could be. And that would be, obviously, the DeLorean. Because that was one of the biggest movie cars, like I said in my favorite car video. Also, he could be the van that he surfed on Teen Wolf. Other than that, I don't know what else car he could be. Maybe the Dumb and Dumber car with the, the dog car with the big floppy ears. Only because he was furry in the frickin' Teen Wolf movie. Other than that, I have no idea what car he could be. I mean, this guy's a legend. I mean, #1 favorite movie actor. I mean, great guy. I feel so bad for what has happened to him. So there you go. Obvious one. This one is just kind of a funny add-on, but I picked Whistling Diesel because he's a huge car guy. You know, he tests all these cars. He tests the Cybertruck. He tested a Ferrari. He tested the durability of a Mercedes. I made a pile of scrap for him because of what he does to cars. It hurts inside watching what he does to cars, but it's funny. There's some cars that he could have just kept clean and neat and beautiful, but instead he destroys them. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the guy. There you go. That was a list. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more actors, add them into the comments, and I'll make another video of them. Thank you.